Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia is simply one of the most beautiful on-campus stadiums in college football. It will be rocking much like the Georgia team bus was literally rocking as the Bulldogs arrive. A few hugs for Aaron Murray and his teammates as they made their way in, and a former teammate, Zach Mettenberger, now the starting quarterback at LSU. Back home, he grew up 10 miles from Athens. It's the LSU Tigers, undefeated against the Georgia Bulldogs, once beaten. This joint will be full. We're back live at Sanford Stadium, and coming on the field first, the Bulldogs of Georgia. They've won 14 straight in Mark Richt's 13 years, 65-13 in Sanford Stadium. And not far behind them, led by Les Miles, J.C. Copeland first out. The Tigers of LSU, 29 straight wins in September. And make note of this, all time, LSU has won 7 and lost only 6 here against the Georgia Bulldogs. That's 92,000 plus on hand at venerable Sanford Stadium. Just a brilliant late September afternoon as LSU takes on Georgia. They have won, LSU that is, the last 2 games. Just perfect. 75 degrees, a slight breeze, and continued sunny skies. James Hairston will kick off. Reggie Davis, true freshman, about to make his first kickoff return of the year. He did catch a 98-yard pass last week. That was Aaron Murray's 100th career pass touchdown. Hairston for LSU, this will be his 31st kickoff. 20 of them have gone for touchbacks. LSU won the toss and deferred. And he chases this one all the way through the end zone. And so the Bulldogs will start on offense. Aaron Murray making his 45th start. Every game he's played since his first game as a freshman here at Georgia.
Was out at practice Thursday, Vern, and he had a brilliant day. It was like watching a Drew Brees practice many years ago. The ball really never hit the ground. Every checkoff was sound. He was in complete focus on Thursday for this game.
Already with 2 undergraduate degrees. He was in graduate school and dropped the course load because he was taking 12 hours, and it was just a bit much. Here's the handoff to Gurley, bounces outside. He's chased and out of bounds, but a substantial gain on first down. And Colton Houston will develop his 3-year battle to become eligible here. This is his first year to play. It's a long story and kind of complicated, but that's a nice ending. Here's Gurley out to the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, Murray across the middle. Perfect pass. Justin Scott Wesley.
Well, you can see the game plan from Mike Bobo to start this game. He's going to try to soften up this LSU defense. By the way, that has 9 new starters from a year ago. It's a very young defense, and they got the experienced Murray starting to pick them with the short passes to begin with.
Well, line stayed set. That's a called play. Rhett McGowan, number 27, makes the catch. Murray with a lot of time. Got it. Arthur Lynch, the tight end out of Dartmouth, Massachusetts. Gurley goes left. Breaks the tackle of Quan Alexander. Picks up an additional 4 yards after that. Chris Conley is the wide man, bottom of the screen.
Man-to-man look all over. There he is to Michael Bennett.
Touchdown, Georgia. Bennett missed most of last season with a torn ACL. He was injured in the 4th game of the year. Marshall Morgan on for the extra point. It's good. Well, that was impressive.
Sure was.
75 yards in 8 plays. It took 320. Georgia by 7. That's a pretty good comparison.
Yeah, they're very similar and really care about football the same way.
Marshall Morgan kicks it to the 1-yard line where Odell Beckham Jr., a dangerous return man, counter punches out across the 30 to the 34. And now one of the main themes of this afternoon's game, Zach Mettenberger. He grew up 10 miles south of Athens, Watkinsville. Signed first in the class of 09, and then in the spring of 2010 was arrested, ultimately pleaded guilty to 2 misdemeanor counts of sexual battery, was dismissed from this team, and his sojourning has brought him back here. Jeremy Hill with the first carry. Leonard Floyd, number 84, makes the tackle. Wow. 2 wide receivers. Now the tight end comes way wide to the left. Mettenberger got a man. It's Jarvis Landry. That's his 25th catch.
It's the first time that LSU has trailed in the season 2013.
Play action. Mettenberger rolling right, being chased by Jenkins, and that one intended for Beckham is tipped away by Damian Swan, number 5.
Did he get his arm on Beckham? Well, it was.
I think so.
I think interesting at the LSU bench, very surprised not to get that call. And Les Miles walked all the way down there to argue with that side judge. I think he missed it, and I think Les was correct on that.
3rd down 7. This LSU team has played so well on the road, as you saw with that graphic. Here comes the blitz. Mettenberger across the middle. Got a man! It's Kadron Boone, of all people, and he strolls in untouched. 48-yard touchdown. Only his 2nd catch of the season. So much emphasis on Beckham Jr. and Landry, and here comes Kadron Boone, who is a senior and has played a lot, but not so much a part.
Hey, listen, you've got a ex-NFL coach in Cam Cameron who's tutoring the quarterback, Zach Mettenberger, and in this case, Georgia just gave away the coverage. It was way too easy.
Colby Demahuse kicks the extra point inside the right upright. Now that was impressive.
Got it.
Conley and Justin Scott Wesley on the far side, and Todd Gurley is the running back. Now Conley comes in motion. They give it to Gurley, who's hit at the line of scrimmage and dropped. Andrews over the ball, snap back, 4-man rush, LSU. Murray is a perfect completion percentage now. Jay Rome, the backup tight end, made that stop. Georgia with 3 wide to the left side and 1 bottom of the screen. Across the middle it goes, intercepted.
Wow.
Picked off by Anthony Johnson. who dropped back into coverage. And Murray is picked off, and LSU has great field position. His mom, Tammy, has worked in the Georgia athletic department for 14 years. Here's Mettenberger, rolls out, finds Jeremy Hill. He's tough to bring down. 4 less miles. Mettenberger.
Beautiful route.
Jarvis Landry broke 1 tackle. Can't break the second, but he's inside the 5.
They're NFL-ish.
Verizon red zone numbers for LSU. Nice play. Josh Harvey Clemens cut through, wasn't blocked, and brought down Jeremy Hill.
Meek Wilson has out there with Dixon.
Mettenberger, no pressure. Touchdown. Cadron Boone's second of the ball game. All set up by the interception from Anthony Johnson.
That was great eye control by Mettenberger. He had 3 players covering 2. 2 went with 1. Pretty easy, Vern. Who would you throw to? The other guy, right?
Yeah, I think so. Here's Delahousie on for the extra point. That had a little slice to it, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
It was Shaq Wiggins, a freshman safety, who was defeated on the play.
Since the Florida win 2 years ago in 2011, we have been on fire at home scoring points. They've averaged since that game 45-17, scoring more than 40 points all but 2 games. So they should be able to get points and score points.
Well, they've got Gurley a tailback, and he's pretty good. Speaking of Georgia, Craig Loston. That's a gain of 24. 2.5 to go in the opening quarter. Nice. Murray finds Michael Bennett again. Keith Marshall this time. Now, if he gets into the secondary, watch out.
He's gone.
He's got great speed.
Marshall is a member of the Georgia track team. He's gotten bigger, been nicked a little bit this year, but he's getting healthy. And you're right, he gets to the second level, they're changing the scoreboard.
Well, Gurley gets a breather. Marshall, his roommate, both highly recruited athletes. Here's Bennett getting in the slot, top of the screen. Play action. Murray goes deep, got a man open. Chris Conley, touchdown Bulldogs.
Oh, man.
Looked like Loston might have been victimized for the second time. And Murray and Mettenberger both have 2 TDs now.
You're seeing 2 players that will play on Sunday.
Marshall Morgan with the extra point. Aaron Murray answers. Chris Conley. The touchdown pass, beautifully thrown from Murray. Nice piece at the end of the end zone. Connor Neighbors is in it. Fullback, that's Neighbors coming bottom of the screen. Mettenberger across the middle, great. Jeremy Hill, wow.
Jeez. I mean, brilliant play calling. Both he and Bobo are on their games with their quarterbacks.
Hill, cut back. And tackled. Well, we've talked a lot about Mettenberger's issues. And we near the end of the first quarter. Jeremy Hill's had issues of his own. In January 2012, he pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor. He sucker punched a guy in a bar from behind. He did so while he was on probation for a previous offense. Les Miles had a team vote as to whether to get him back on the team, allow him back. Are you surprised they said yes?
No.
Oh, brother. My gosh. Well, with the exception of that play, we've seen a lot of offense today. Exactly. Third down. Blitz up the middle.
Same play.
Yes. Terrence McGee spelling Jeremy Hill at running back. He bore the brunt of the first tackle, and then this one because of the blitz. Three wides right on 3rd and 6. He brings 4. Murray scrambles, throws it short. There's a flag.
Thrown by the umpire late. Probably holding inside.
I would think.
So it was a zone blitz look. They actually dropped the nose tackle that time. Anthony Johnson again.
Holding on the offense, number 64. That penalty's declined. 4th down.
Take a look at a list of players drafted last year. LSU with 8 defensive players, Georgia with 7, and Florida State with 7.
And the harder part was a little bit for LSU. They had 11 underclassmen enter the draft. 8 of them were drafted, an NFL record.
2nd down, 7. Mettenberger. Oh, incomplete.
Good pressure that time. Forced an awkward throw by Mettenberger. Both defenses settling down just a bit now. Was it Leonard Floyd again, number 84?
It was.
Wow, he's having a good football game.
He is a freshman, one of 4 starting defensively, but he spent a year at Hargrave Military Academy.
Correct. He and Jordan Jenkins, the other outside linebacker, were recruited in the same class. They're bookends.
3rd and 7. Swan up to play bump and run. Corners lay back on the other side. Mettenberger hit and dropped from behind. Ray Drew, number 47.
Ray Drew was a big-time 5-star recruit. Came in as an outside linebacker. Now is shifted to defensive end. He's learning the defense. He's big. He's strong. Jordan Jennings said he's coming on fast, and he's a beast.
Todd Gurley's back in the lineup. Murray hands it to Gurley. Here he goes. Loston chasing in number 6. Merritt Hall with the clearing block this time. On in place of Quavon Hicks. That's a gain of 23. Uh-oh.
I wonder if he sprained his ankle coming at the end of that play. Bounces out smartly. Tough to bring down. Does his ankle get rolled up? That's the question.
Right there.
Right there at the end of it. His body falls
Okay.
on his weight of his ankle.
Justin Scott Wesley, the intended receiver.
Yeah, Ronald Martin did a good job reading that play. Let's watch it one more time. Very dangerous play for running backs, quarterbacks. From behind, the momentum of the tackler falls forward onto the leg.
Here's Marshall to the 40-yard line. Good second effort after the initial contact from Ronald Martin. Let's go down to Tracy Wolfson.
Well, guys, you saw it. It was that left ankle. They took his shoe off. They looked at it. They taped it with a little black tape. And then he jogged into the locker room, which was pretty good news, except I was just told he is out for now.
All right, Trace, thank you. And jogging with a noticeable limp. Keith Marshall will carry the load if and when.
John Chavis doing his signature bear front, 3 linemen inside.
Marshall almost broke it.
Defense he loves to go to when the other team is able to run the ball. And Georgia is the first team that's been able to run the ball in this game. They're now over 100 yards rushing. You look at the rushing game for LSU, nothing so far. When you factor in the sacks, they're, 4 yards rushing the whole game. So LSU has not been able to run it. First sense of a weakness in the game. So LSU can't stop the run.
Feed Marshall. And he goes over the left side. Micah Eugene, number 34, makes the stop. Heath Marshall out of Raleigh, North Carolina. They're going to come left with a toss. Merritt Hall gets a great block. And Marshall is pushed out of bounds with a 1st and goal, Georgia. Dallas Lee also helped clear the way.
Same play that Georgia has been running since Vince Dooley was coaching here.
3 wides, top of the screen on 3rd and goal. Murray into the end zone, diving try, incomplete. Justin Scott Wesley.
Did he start to slip before the ball got there on his break? Let's see if Scott Wesley stumbled out of his cut that time. Caught it out of the corner of my eye. I think he's right here is the guy that Bennett's going to come inside, and he did. He tripped over the legs that time of Ronald Martin. I thought that would have been a touchdown had he not stumbled over the legs of Martin.
That brings on Marshall Morgan, 1 of 2 for the year. Low snap, good hold. Kick is up. Adam Erickson was the holder, did a nice job. Connor Neighbors is the fullback. Mettenberger drops straight back, has time. And a wide open receiver, Odell Beckham Jr. There's a defensive switch by Georgia before the snap.
Now Georgia very confused here. They're going to have trouble with this bunch. Swain has no idea what to do.
Out of the flat is Dixon. That one is caught, but it'll be short of the 1st down. Terrence McGee, number 14, and Leonard Floyd with the tackle. 5 wide. Stunts defensively. Mettenberger across the middle, caught, 1st down. Odell Beckham Jr. at the 34-yard line. Alfred Blue makes his first appearance in the ball game. They fake the ball to him. Mettenberger caught and dropped. 2nd sack of the 1st half. Chris Mays, number 93. That's incomplete, off the shoulder of Jeremy Hill. 4th and 7. Are going to bring on Delahousie. Now he's kicked 4 this year, but they have been from 23, 28, 23, and 25 yards. Now Frugier, the holder, has an injured knee, so I don't think we're going to see him up on a fake. 48 yards. Snap is very good. The kick is on the way, and it is good.
How about that? To watch Les with his patented hand clap, and we have a tie game. A good football game. Both defenses have adjusted a little bit. Quarterbacks are still playing, and the coaches got them right where they want them. Fumbled the snap.
Oh, my goodness.
LSU has no timeouts now. Remember that. So now 3rd and long. See what Georgia does. Doesn't look like they're going to get out of the half.
Oh, boy.
Good snap.
And it was almost kicked away from
Yes,
Murray.
it was. Murray just took his eyes off of it, trying to read the defensive end on the give play.
Georgia yet to convert on 3rd down. They've got a 3rd and 7 here. 2:43 to go. 4 wides. 2 on either side.
Big play here for Aaron Murray.
4-man rush for LSU. Murray dances out to the right, pulls up. He's got the 1st down at the 30-yard line. The catch made by Chris Conley.
And that's one of those across-the-grain throws that if you make it work, you're a hero. If you don't, everybody in this crowd is saying, why didn't you just run it, take it, and punt it? It takes some guts to play quarterback sometimes because you know the ramifications of a mistake right there. Big play by Murray out of the pocket.
Conley with his 2nd catch. Now 1st down and 10.
You've heard it a million times, right, Vern? Don't go to the right and throw left. He just did it.
Yes, indeed. Moderate play action. He goes deep left side. Man is open. It's Conley again. Chris Conley Born in Turkey, raised for the most part in Southern California.
Matched up with Jalen Collins on the bottom of the screen, number 32. Back shoulder throw that time. Perfect throw.
Chris Conley's dad was a 20-year Air Force vet. And I must say, we spent time with Chris Conley yesterday. He is about as impressive a college football player as any of us have come across. Mature, wonderful young man.
Got him.
Oh, boy, does he ever. Reggie Davis. Pump fake into the end zone. Incomplete, intended for Justin Scott Wesley. That end zone crowd thought a flag should have been thrown. That was Corey Thompson, number 12.
I just thought that Wesley misjudged the ball. Does he stop? No, the ball was behind him. You're right. The ball was poorly thrown. If that ball would have been in front of him, it would have been a touchdown. Yes, at the end of it, Corey Thompson interfered. Combination of a bad throw and, you know, the officials are letting the defensive backs be very physical in this game.
Yeah.
Message has been sent.
3rd down 6. 3 to the left. Blitz. Murray into the end zone. Incomplete. This time there is a flag.
Yep, Jalen Mills that time. Basically the same play. Nobody deep in that end of the field, and not going to get away with 2 of them that time.
Pass interference on the defense. Number 28. By roll, the ball will be spotted at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
Very easy call. Could have been back-to-back. Mills drapes his hands right across the receiver that time. Scott Wesley, and it's easy call.
Yes. 26 seconds to go. Murray, quarterback sneak. Touchdown, Georgia. Heck of a drive.
See, if they use the timeout there, they can't really run the ball again. It's too dangerous. The half could end. But by getting up there quickly and running it, they had the run-pass option. Beautiful drive by Murray in Georgia. Big John Theus did a nice job, number 71 that time.
John Theus, Marshall Morgan on for the extra point. 9 plays, 82 yards, 3 minutes and 31 seconds. Aaron Murray with a quarterback sneak between center and right guard. .417. That last 82-yard drive, critical. That's the end of the first half. Our score 24-17, Georgia. Now let's go to Tim Brando in our New York studio. Mettenberger across the middle. Got a man! 48-yard touchdown.
I'm over the middle, and it is intercepted. Touchdown. That's Boone again.
Murray's pass is caught by Bennett, falling down. Touchdown.
Got a man open. Chris Conley. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And so we're getting set for the third quarter, 24-17. They will run the draw this time. Up the middle, big hole, and Hill gallops. And again, the I formation with Hill the deep back behind J.C. Copeland. That's Landry who starts in motion. Play action. Good blocking up front. And the crossing pattern from Landry. Spins and is tackled. Reggie Carter made the tackle. 3rd and 1. Option. Pitch. Hill. First down plus. He's across the 40 before he's knocked out of bounds with an LSU first down. I don't know what significance it might have, but Mettenberger reached up and tapped Vidal Alexander.
I don't know if they got it either.
That's J.C. Copeland.
It's very close. Looks like he did, but it was a nice stand by Georgia. Chris Mays was in there, number 93. If he got it, he didn't get it by much, did he?
No, not at all.
It was Mays that actually got it. He got the first down, but it was close.
Alfred Blue is split wide right.
I just don't think that Georgia's lined up right again.
Deep and overthrown. 4th and 2.
I mean, Swain again is important. Like, where's my safety to stop the play? Watch Swain over here. He's going, where's the guy back here? He's pointing. On the other side of the field, you see Langley say, what's going on? Definitely a busted coverage, and they got away from it. Got away with it, excuse me.
That brings on Delahousie, who had a long one earlier in this ball game. Seth Fruget is the holder, and Reed Ferguson will snap at this from 39. He made one from 49, by far the longest of his career. This one looks good. It's hooking, but it hooks after it goes through the uprights.
Well, that was a successful drive for LSU because they showed they could run the ball. Yes, Georgia got to stop, but for Les Miles, he said, I got to give my quarterback some help. Aaron Murray, your ball.
3rd and 9.
You know, I mean, it's just part of college football, the great players going on to the NFL, but it's hard to watch LSU without thinking about Bingo and those guys coming in and pressuring the quarterback. Sam Montgomery, no pressure on Murray in this game.
Deep left side, over the shoulder catch. Chris Conley, how about stepping up and timing? How about that? 3rd down 3. And they're in the eye again. 2 wides. There's the handoff to Marshall. He's not going to get there.
Big call here now for Mark Ritt.
Anthony Johnson. Yes, excuse me.
Over a 50-yard field goal. Or will they go for it? Will they punt? Be close to, what, 55-yard field goal attempt here.
Wow. Well, the career long for Marshall Morgan is 52.
And look who's back there, the field goal returner.
He's listed on the depth chart, is Odell Beckham, as missed field goal return specialist because he had one of 100 yards earlier. Here's the kick. That's got plenty. Holy cow.
My goodness.
A career long for Marshall Morgan.
My goodness. That made that thing by 10 yards. Woo.
Check for helium.
Check for helium. Odell Beckham said, I don't have a chance on this one.
My gracious. Landry on the crossing route. He's wide open. Still,
yep.
Yeah, all the way out to the 50-yard line. 2nd and 9. Quick hitch out to the right. Good block. What a block that freed him up. That was Odell Beckham Jr. who cleaned out the cornerback.
We were talking to the coaches. There's one thing when I said, Cam, how do you distribute the ball to your different playmakers? He said, well, the first thing to get the ball on a Les Miles team, you better be willing to block when you don't have the ball. If you don't block, you're not getting the ball. Nobody's covering the guy up to the top of the screen.
That's amazing. Mettenberger goes down the middle. Perfect. Landry slips the tackle. Touchdown.
Georgia again discombobulated on defense. I don't think they had any idea what defense they were running on that play. You see them even after the play talking to each other.
Delahousie on to tie this one up with 3:40 to go, third quarter.
What a throw. Just as good as the throw that was broken up before.
We're notched at 27. 3rd and 7 here. In contrast to LSU, Georgia not all that effective on third downs, and they are not effective on this one.
That has not been called all day, and it wasn't called there.
Jalen Mills this time doing the defending. Oh, goodness.
They're hitting him, but they're not calling it. You're just going to have to go through it.
Well, come on.
That has not been called all game. We're not saying it's not shouldn't be called, but it hasn't been called.
Went to Sanford Stadium and a wrestling match broke out. 4th and 7. Well, that's 2 or 3 examples of what might have been called.
Remember, Mettenberger had one. LSU had one early. Both sides.
Ball's loose.
Still, and Georgia's got it.
Indeed.
I think it was Connor Norman that ended up with the ball. Well, your surest player on the field misses it and hits his face mask. Opportunity to get the football there, but didn't come up with it, and Beckham misses it, and Connor Norman grabs it.
Did you see who hit him? 69, Trent Fricks, the snapper.
But he missed it before that, though, right?
Well,
I mean, he dropped that ball freely. It wasn't on the hit. He muffed the punt. A 3rd and long here. This is where John Chavis' MO is. He likes to do the zone blitz and force the ball to come out and drop his defensive lineman. Nobody does.
Nope. Murray, wide open. Michael Bennett, Georgia touchdown. That looked like a blown coverage.
Yes. I'm tired of saying it. Third and 11. Vern, LSU has the most defensive backs in the NFL. They could use a few. That's about as easy as you can do it.
Marshall Morgan for the extra point. Bulldogs back on top. Hill breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage and crosses the 40. Sterling Bailey is the fellow who missed the tackle. Mettenberger right side. Beckham. Swan brings him down from behind. Number 5, Damian Swan. 17 yards on that one.
As the trips formation has really helped Georgia, the stack twin formation where both Landry and Beckham are together has given the Georgia defense problems.
No, that'll be the end of 3. 34-27. That's the end of the third quarter. We'll return to Athens right after this word from your local station. Beckham and Landry. That's Dixon, the tight end. McGee is the running back now. Play action. Mettenberger again, no pass rush. And again, a man wide open. Did he control the ball? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Great play by the safety coming across that time. I think it was Harvey Clemens. Ball was put in the right spot. Harvey Clemens comes right into the midsection. Doesn't cheap shot him. Good defense.
And a second down and 10. Mentioned at the opening of the afternoon telecast, LSU has won 7 and lost 6 in Sanford Stadium. One of the few teams.
He's coming. Oh, he's
Drops back. Mettenberger.
He thought he was too. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Jordan Jenkins had one, didn't he?
Yes.
He roomed with Jarvis Jones. He tweets Jarvis Jones. And Jarvis Jones would have made that. That's what that's the text he's going to get tomorrow.
Yeah, he'll hear from Jarvis Jones. 3rd and 10.
That would have been the stop, the one defensive stop to make a play.
Both receivers near side. 3-man rush. Mettenberger deep in the middle.
Wow, what a play.
Wow, Jarvis Landry. Now the helmet came off. Does he have to leave for one play?
It depends if the defender knocked it off. But even if he does, it's worth it. Ball again put in a perfect position. You can't throw it any better. Cam Cameron calls it throwing the receiver open. That's exactly what happened.
J.C. Copeland is the fullback on 2nd down. This is the 11th play of the drive. Follow the fullback for a touchdown for LSU. Kenny Hilliard strolls in untouched and celebrates with his teammate J.C. Copeland.
How about that 3rd down throw, that catch, great execution. Elite quarterback play. Plenty of athletes. LSU holds serve.
$11 plays, 70 yards, 416. And Delahousie's extra point ties it up 34-34. We will return to Sanford Stadium with Djokovic and Nadal right after this. So here we are, 12-17 remaining. Heavyweight bout indeed. Conley. Play action. Murray rolls out. He'll keep it. He's got a downfield block and out of bounds at the 35. Yesterday he said, did you guys notice that I had 37 yards rushing last week?
Yes, and without Gurley, he might be the guy that gives Georgia enough rushing to keep that offense going.
Good pass. Nice catch. Conley. And I couldn't help but notice the block thrown by right tackle 75, Colton Houston. 1st down 10 after that 26-yard catch. Under 11 to go. There's Golston leading the way again. And Marshall tripped up as he got to the line of scrimmage.
DJ Welter was the last guy that had a hand on him that time, and he just barely tripped him up.
There's Colton Houston, number 75. He's playing for the first time after a 3-year battle over a substance issue with the NCAA. It's a complex story, but kind of amazing. He's out here pulling and blocking, and I don't think so.
Interesting call.
Yeah.
You wonder if they're going to go for it here. With the call being made, do you wonder if they're saying we're going to give them 2 downs to make the 1st down?
Georgia has decided to eschew the 55-yard field goal. They will go for the 1st down.
Yeah, he likes to go to Michael Bennett in this situation.
4th down and 2. Andrews will snap it back, which he does. Murray across the middle, got him. Justin Scott Wesley.
You really got to love, and it's going to be probably roughing the passer too on the play.
Roughing the passer on the defense, number 15, half the distance, automatic 1st down.
Great pitch and catch. Let's take a look and see what the call was. Yeah, hit him in the face, too. Hit him right in the face mask. You have to call that.
Yep. Marshall, no chance.
Boy, read again by Quan Alexander. Said, who will step up and make a play? Number 25 has said, I've just made 2 of them.
Bennett is in the slot to the left. Murray across the middle, tipped and incomplete. Intended for Bennett. So now they'll have to settle for the try for 3 with Marshall Morgan.
Well, after that first down there, and it was 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line, that was a bad penalty. It was ugly. Just ugly plays right in a row. That one, they're lucky it didn't get tipped and intercepted. First high throw, really bad throw that Aaron Murray's made all day.
38-yarder, Marshall Morgan. And Pius is going to snap this. That's perfect for Morgan. Jeremy Hill hasn't seen action in the last series or 2. Here's Mettenberger back. I heard a whistle somewhere, but not to be. Jordan Jenkins with the sack. I thought I heard a whistle.
I think this was messed up. Yeah, nobody blocked them that time. There was a lot of calls and check with me's and switching out of plays before the snap, and you mentioned how loud it was. LSU, obviously, the offensive lineman, and Collins did not hear it.
That is Jenkins' first sack of the season.
No, now they bobbled the snap.
Loose ball. I think LSU recovered. Remember we mentioned, Gary, how Jarvis Jones and Jenkins are tweeting each other. Jarvis Jones was getting on him about no sack. Now look at this. Kenny Hilliard recovered it. Now the noise is deafening.
LSU needs to snap this ball. They cannot take a timeout.
5 seconds. 4. They have to take a timeout.
Oh, I'd rather take a 5-yard penalty than a timeout.
They now have 1 remaining.
I mean, what's the difference? 3rd and, what is it? 3rd and 23 or 3rd and 28?
3rd and 23. 3 down linemen. Mettenberger drills it right side. Crossed by Beckham.
He got it.
My gosh.
The new laws of offense, I guess.
Landry and Beckham. Top of the screen. I formation. Play action. Mettenberger across the middle. Crossing pattern again. It's Landry. That has been so effective for them today. Mettenberger. Again the crossing route. Again it's Landry. And again a missed tackle. And now they're at the 35-yard line. Under 5. Same formation. 2 receivers top of the screen. Play action again. Mettenberger got a man open. It's Beckham. And he's down to the 7-yard line.
And Butch Jones told me that he thought he had Mettenberger signed at Cincinnati. But Zach told him, I want to play Georgia. That's why I'm going to LSU. I want 1 opportunity to play Georgia.
Toss to Hill. Comes outside. He'll score. And LSU has gone on top.
3rd and 23.
Yep.
Same play they scored with before, bouncing it out to the outside. And Hill with basically a walk-in. Think about how that drive started.
Yes. Delahousie. Frugier will hold. And the Tigers lead by 4. Nothing to it, right? 3rd and 23. Murray. Justin Scott Wesley made the catch and then tiptoed out of bounds to stop the clock.
And Jalen Mills went for the football, got there just a bit late. You know, the 3-man rush did not work for Georgia. It does not appear it's working for LSU. Let's see when Chavis decides to turn them loose.
4-man rush. One coming from the corner. This one is caught by Arthur Lynch, the tight end. Out to the 45. 3:45 to go.
This is like when we last left you. Remember when Georgia playing Alabama, they had a drive just like this?
Yes, that's right. 2nd and 1. 4-man rushing. Marshall up the middle has the first down. That'll stop the clock momentarily. And Ego Ferguson and David Andrews had a little push and pull there at the end of the play. 3-man rush again. Murray with time goes back to Lynch over the middle. Well, take a look at it.
LSU's deep safeties are lining up 20 yards deep. The linebackers are dropping to 15 yards. And with, 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes to go in the game, Aaron Murray's saying thank you very much.
Here's Murray. J.J. Green, the freshman, is alongside him.
Still playing soft.
Green up the middle. Green with a first down. Gain of 18.
Nice call that time. It's one of those calls, if it doesn't work, everybody thinks, what are you doing here?
Dallas Lee, the left guard, led the way.
J.J. Green, the number 3 back, and out comes Gates. Change at left tackle. That's a big change.
Mark Beard. And Mettenberger can only watch now at the 2-minute mark. From the 25. Three-man rush. Murray deep. Got him open. Touchdown! Justin Scott Wesley. I did not think, Gary, that we would approach 49-42 that we had with the Alabama A&M game. I was wrong.
85 points in this game. Jalen Mills and Craig Lawson, great eye control by the quarterback. Watch him hold the safety in the middle and get the ball down the sideline. Hold the safety, and then throw it. See how it broke? Lawson broke to the middle of the field, and that was all the eye control by Murray. Abusing that safety with his eyes and making the great throw to the outside. But,
Too much time left.
147.
Murray has thrown for 4 touchdowns today. He's got 106 in his career, chasing the SEC record held by Danny Wuerffel of Florida at 114. Mettenberger's going to have a chance to lead his team down the field again. 147, but only 1 timeout remaining.
But he only needs a field goal to tie this thing also.
That's right.
Okay, so different strategy. In all of the dreams that Zach Mettenberger ever had, going to junior college, transferring, working hard to get it. Do you ever think he dreamed this much? That's a big dream. Have the ball, down 3.
It's Costa Boblis as Murray. You saw the graphic, and here's the special teams standout for Georgia.
Unbelievable story when you think about it, isn't it? 2 guys, they both enrolled early as high school in mid-year, lived together as in mid-January to come in here early as freshmen, competed for a year and a half, and now both of them are dueling.
Well, it's we talked with both of them yesterday, and Aaron Murray was telling us, Mark Richt really said that in that spring.
Yeah, Zach had a good game in that spring.
Zach had a great
game,
but he said really Murray had a better practice period.
The whole spring, Murray was better.
So in all likelihood, had the unfortunate incident not occurred in which Zach Mettenberger was involved, the
self-inflicted unfortunate incident.
Yes, exactly. That's a bad word to use there. Unfortunate.
You know, but he paid his price.
Yep.
Went back down, took a transfer, went to junior college, went to LSU, competed for a job, and won a job.
And here he comes. Grew up in Watkinsville, played for Oconee County High School, had 3 different head coaches in his 3 years at the high school. Now he's under the tutelage of Cam Cameron, and he's facing a hostile team and a hostile environment. Georgia brings 4. Got him!
Man. Leonard Floyd again with 2 outside bookends. Floyd and Jenkins. When Jordan Jenkins said, you know what, they're count Leonard Floyd as a freshman, I count him as part of my class. We were recruited together. LSU took a timeout, I guess, right?
It looks that way.
And I wonder if they took the timeout because Zach was dazed.
They have none remaining. Oh, boy, did he split. He split the 2 offensive linemen. And Floyd, the tackle results in a loss of 7.
Well, Jenkins had a sack earlier.
Right.
And now Floyd gets a sack. Remember, Jenkins earlier had that opportunity to make the interception just before the last touchdown. Didn't make it. We wondered who would make the big play. Is that the big play? Well, we've already seen. I'm not going there.
No. I'm just thinking, and it's sardonic. They've got 2nd and 17. If they lose 6 more,
they're right there.
Zach Mettenberger's got it wherever he wants him. 3rd and 23.
Well, obviously they got 4 chances. They get 3 more downs to make the first down.
Across the middle deep, caught by Beckham.
Yep, jeez.
Wow.
2 NFL receivers and a crossing route. Terry Bradshaw's favorite play.
I knew that.
Right?
I did know that,
the deep dig.
Yep.
Lynn Swan, John Stallworth, go across the middle. I don't care if there's 3 guys there. I'll hit you with the football.
Here's the snap on first down. Across the middle, incomplete. Is there a flag? There is.
They're not calling those today.
No, they are not.
You have to admit that they've been consistent all day.
That was intended for Jarvis Landry. I must say, we talked about this being a heavyweight bout, and they are letting them slug it out today.
No ticky-tack interference call.
Not at all. 2nd and 10 with 1:08 to go. Landry and Beckham near side. Cadron Boone, top of the screen. That's Dixon, the tight end, back to supply blocking help. Mettenberger, that one took off on him. It might have been tipped.
I think it was. I think Ray Drew might have got his hand on that. Not sure. I think it was Ray Drew. Great penetration. The Georgia defense is running stunts. They're getting pressure into the pocket even when they don't get them.
Delahousie is the new place kicker for LSU. A 3-point game, 3rd and 10. Blitz up the middle. Mettenberger across the middle. Incomplete. Is there a flag? There is no flag.
Try to back shoulder throw that time. No, it's just a towel down, I believe. I think it was number 25. Harvey Clemens did. And, you know, you've got to adapt. When you're the defensive backs and they're not calling that, you can be physical. And he was physical on the play.
4th and 10. That's Dixon. Oh, my gosh. Mettenberger heaves it. That's incomplete. It'll go over on downs.
Jenkins doesn't get the sack, but he lays out on the play. He could feel the pressure from Leonard Floyd, number 84, as well, and it forced the throw high. Jenkins and 84 Floyd. Odell Beckham slipped on the play, but I think the ball was too high. I don't think it would have been caught no matter what. Ultimately, it was the pass rush from Georgia that proved to be able to stop Zach Mettenberger.
Murray will take a knee. LSU cannot stop it.
We called it today that this was a game where you got to measure up, and you take measure in this game. I'll tell you, both quarterbacks measured up.
Well, the dream evolved into a bit of a nightmare for Mettenberger, but boy, what heart.
It was.
And what heart there as well.
How fun is that? All of us that competed in our life. It's the one thing we all miss. You don't get to do that anymore.
All right, Tracy. Well, they will celebrate long into the night on Lumpkin Avenue here in Athens, Georgia. And a few will spill over to Broad where the adult beverages are served. Let's take a look at the player of the game presented by Cadillac. Boy, this was a toss-up, wasn't it? 298 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. Composure at the end.
He threw 4, ran for 1 on that quarterback sneak. But you're right, both quarterbacks really led their football team, and those two guys, you know, they've gotten their share of criticism through their career. They hung in together, and that's why I think you saw that emotional Mark Richt with his quarterback.
And on the other side, there's always a sad part of all this as well. But a nice scene for a really tough young man. Aaron Murray's night, however, as the Bulldogs win it by 3. Now it's time for the play of the game presented by Napa Auto Parts with the call. Scott Howard of the Georgia Radio Network.
We trail by 4. Dogs trying to drive down the field and win the ball game. Murray in the shotgun with time in the pocket. Throws. There's Justin Scott Wesley. He catches it on the 4. Tiptoes into the end zone. Touchdown!
And so it was. The come from behind took a little over 2 minutes. What a wonderful ball game. Zach Mettenberger, Aaron Murray, battling to the end. So for Gary Danielson and Tracy Wilson, Vern Lundquist saying so long from Athens. Our final score, 44-41. David Moulton, Butch Baird, Chuck Gardner, down in the truck, Craig Silver, Steve Milton, and the one who runs it all up here in the booth, Katie McGuire. We'll see you from somewhere next week. The Jeep postgame show is up next after these messages and a word from your local station.